And we are back. So, we're picking up right where we left off, where our team has decided to split. We have Corporal Graves and Dr. Aleutian Baring moving to the engineering department with all haste, trying to attempt the restart of the generator for the station, which would be very, very bad if Set of Black were to get power. And then we had Captain Jack Dawson, Marshall Sweetman, and Dr. Salvatore moving towards research and development, pursuing Dr. Caro, or excuse me, Captain Caro. Too many doctors around here. Captain Caro, and ultimately the backup version of Obraza that you need to take care of. You've all been given instructions on how to deactivate each section once you were to make it to their viable mainframes. But in order to get there, you must pass through these sections. So, let's start with... I think we're going to start with engineering. Okay. So as your footsteps drift away from each other, moving as quickly as you can, Graves and Dr. Baring, the ceilings, as soon as you pass through the initial corridors here, they seem to rise higher. As you look up, any light sources that you have are swallowed by darkness. You can't see the ceilings. There are thick power conduits that run exposed along the walls, bundled in armored trunks that disappear into the floor and ceiling like arteries. Warning stripes, once bright industrial yellow, are dulled by grime soot and streaks of black resin that cling to the metal in organic drips. The floor vibrates faintly beneath your boots. Not footsteps, not necessarily machinery cycling. A constant uneven pulse, like something breathing just out of the sink with the generators. The resin is heavier here. It crawls across junction boxes and wraps around cables, pulled tight as if it learned the shape of the systems before hardening. In places it has been burned away, leaving scorched cavities where something reacted violently to heat and or electricity. Lights flicker erratically, white fluorescence fighting with emergency reds and the faint bioluminescent glow leaking from engineer surfaces embedded in the structures around you. The geometry subtly shifts as you move further. Walls curve too smoothly. Angles refuse to meet where they should, and the architecture feels less constructed and more grown into place. I'm going to need one of you to give me an observation roll.
It's me. Alright, give me a second here. I got on my dice last time. I only rolled 8 dice, so I'm just got 10 plus.
Bring him in.
Now my one stress.
10 plus 2 stress. Yeah, I could roll 12, but you do.
Oh, should I push it? I got 2 successes.
It's up to you if you want to push it.
What do you think, Graves?
How do you want your stress to get?
Up to you,
All right, I'll push it. That's a good question.
Man, push it. Why not? Stress goes up by 1.
You love your
roll
stress.
again. Let's see how it goes.
There's like, the 4 or 5 stress is like the perfect amount because it really turns the odds, and you only have like a 20% chance of failing. And well, I got 2, so
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with 2 successes, you do see something. As you are moving, you begin to see what looks like, as the hallways begin to be coated more thickly with resin, you begin to see something strange, kind of like a humanoid shape, half recessed into like an alcove. Armor fused in places with resin, joints webbed with black growth that pulses faintly when kind of like light strobes across them. For the sake of brevity, I'll say that you guys were able to get like some big mag lights to bring with you. but you don't really see anything else. However, up ahead you can hear and you see flickers of lights overhead, kind of flickering on, as if energy is being moved to them and then faltering, as if somebody's trying to get the power up and running in this place and having a hard time. But you're not there yet. Right now, let's see what you come across first. Fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. With those 2 successes, you begin to move, and then you have to turn a corner. And as you turn a corner, you immediately both stop as you see 2 shapes on the floor. You look,
what kind of shapes?
And you see humanoid shapes lying there, motionless, kind of in the dark. You pass your lights over them. They appear to be Marines, lying at strange broken angles. There's 2 of them. A lot of blood.
What kind of weapons are they holding?
Are you going to approach them?
Wait, how about this? Can I do a roll, or tell me, do they appear to be infected with the black resin?
They do not. Not from here, at least. You're going to get closer.
Okay.
Anything else? In the general vicinity, do we see
With
blood
Dr.
trailing off in one
Bering's,
way?
with Dr. Bering's 2 successes, you will see that there are a number of bloody streaks in this near area as you're panning around, where it looks like there's pools of blood, and then there's a streak where someone drug a body off in the darkness somewhere. And there's 4 of those. These are 2 bodies still laying here, and there's 4 that have been dragged off somewhere in the darkness. You're not sure where.
I don't think we should mess with them, Graves. I think time's too short as it is.
However,
We're
as
try to
your
sneak
light
past.
passes over them, you see one of them has a large harness strapped to his side, and there is a smart gun on his person. The other one appears to have what looks like an incinerator. The pilot light still flickering on it.
Check that.
And they have combat armor that appears to be undamaged.
I'm gonna stop and say, wait, Drake, anybody can use one of those, right? You just point your head, right? I don't want this GPP trash.
I don't want this trash.
I mean,
Dr. Bering, I don't think you're strong enough to use one, by the way.
question.
Pretty strong, actually. I mean,
how long would it take to put this rig on? I would assume a fair amount of time.
I will say with combat experience, you could do it relatively quickly.
how about some armor, though? How long would it take to put?
Just lug off the armor, put the armor on. Graves could show you where all the clasps are. You guys could get it on quick enough if you like.
All right. Can I grab some armor then? Can I pilfer this corpse?
Move over to the bodies. First thing you find is the one that has the incinerator. He also has what looks like a blasting charge,
Uh-huh.
As well as 3 grenades. He has a what looks like a pistol, which you don't really need, as well as what appears to be it's like a smoke grenade. He's got it as a smoke grenade on him, but it has a color to it.
Can I hold on to? Can I grab that incinerator? Is that not too big?
You can grab the incinerator, no problem.
Point and shoot.
You just pick it up.
I can see. I know what it does.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna put on that armor in exchange for the incinerator. Then, if that's okay.
As Bering's putting on the armor, Graves, are you going to pilfer the other body?
I'll also pick up that blast charge because we'll need it to get Sam free.
Might as well, I guess. I'm
You're
gonna
put on the armor.
Oh, I didn't think. I thought it was only one set of armor.
No, this guy also has armor on.
Oh.
They both do. You can get marine armor.
We're about to fight a
Yeah,
mini boss.
I'll do that and get the smart gun.
Okay. You begin to pull the corpse aside and begin to loot him. The first thing you notice, Graves, well, Baron, as you're looking at the guy that you're stripping, his neck is snapped, and his head is turned around backwards.
Sweet.
Completely
Good. I don't have to
backwards.
see his face when I'm taking his stuff off. Good.
Graves, when you move over to your guy, you notice that there's a massive hole in the side of his head, and his eyes are no longer there. Like there's a hole through his temple, and his eyes are smoking. Just the sockets.
Okay. Cool.
You notice as you begin to pull the rig off and put the stuff on, you're going to see that there is something interesting on the tactical set that comes with the smart gun as you begin to put it on. Are you going to do anything with the storm rifle?
Can I swing it?
You cannot wield both.
Well, I'll leave it. I'm gonna keep the storm rifle.
Well, okay, so you don't want the smart gun.
No,
You'd rather have the storm rifle? Okay.
I think I'd rather have the storm rifle.
Okay. Well, you at least get the armor on, and you notice that on the smart gun itself, it has a recording device attached to the system that links up with the helmet interface, and it is in fact blinking as if it recorded something.
I'll take a look.
All right. In that case, you will find. Hold, please. There. I will have to look it up the old-fashioned way. All right. Up there.
Did you say there's like
There it
besides
is.
the
Right,
smoke
I got it.
guitar?
So, what you find is USCM helmet cam recording. One Private Elias Trent, Bravo Fire Team, Engineering Access. It's slightly corrupted. It's only 1 minute and 17 seconds. As you are looking at the helmet cam footage, it flickers on, catching the narrow service corridor ahead of you. Emergency strips pulse a sickly amber, reflecting off condensation beating along the ceiling panels. The soundscape is all breath and servos. Trent's respirator, kind of like his, well, not really his respirations, hissing. The distant hum of the core vibrating through the metal like a low heartbeat. A flash on the screen says motion detected. The camera jerks upwards. You see a humanoid shape moving across the ceiling, not climbing. It's like adhered to the ceiling. It doesn't appear to be like have like magnetic boots or anything, but as it's moving, suddenly it drops. Its fingers are splayed wide, and they don't look human. Digging into seams between panels, actuators flexing slow, deliberate motions. What appears to be the pale, rubbery skin of a synthetic spine is bent backwards at an impossible angle, torso inverted as it crawls like an insect and drops as if it learned to wear like a human shape as it crawls in this disjointed fashion. Cables trail from a torn maintenance port in its neck, dragging behind it like tendons. Its head rotates independently of its body, chin scraping metal as optical lenses track the fire team below. The faceplate is cracked, synthetic tissue beneath stretched into something resembling a grin through the jaw, though the jaw never moves. There's an audio anomaly as you hear, like, in the recording, you begin to hear like layered whispers bleeding into the channel, multiple voices speaking out of sync, flattened by the compressed video. And you hear maintain, preserve, do not sever, and several different voices all at once. Trent says, "Fuck!" You hear somebody else praying, like, "Dear God!" And then there is a flash on the screen that says IFF override event. And you would know that as the friend or foe that is built into most Marine guns. At 0.47 seconds, the HUD flashes green, flashes the synthetic as friendly. The rifles, the smart gun safety disengages automatically. The targeting reticle drops. And you hear Trent like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And then 10 seconds later, it restores and it snaps back to hostile. But it's too late. As he begins to open up fire, another one of the Marines hesitates next to him as the synthetic drops from the ceiling without warning, landing behind him with a sound like wet concrete cracking. The cam spins as Trent turns, catching only blurred limbs and muzzle flashes reflected off the corridor walls. The HUD spasms, visual artifact system tagging. A map overlay forces itself onto the display, auto-marked near the core access shaft. The text is not standard like Marine anything. Letters distort as if rewritten mid-render. Don't go dark. And then the phrase begins to repeat itself over and over again. Don't go dark, don't go dark, don't go dark. There's another audio comm burst. And it's not external. It's like over the comms that you can hear, light is containment, dark is loss. The synthetic grin opens up and this scream, not vocally, but like almost like feedback through any kind of microphone. High-pitched keening rattles the helmet cam and spikes the motion sensor into useless noise. The video degrades. Feed drops to static, a brief frozen frames as smoke begins to rise in front of the camera as Trent's eyes explode outwards. And the video stops.
I'll relay this information to Dr. Barry. It appears we have some sort of sense that can crawl in the ceilings, tore these guys to shreds.
Does the weapons not do any good against them?
Looks like it overrid the targeting system.
Let's just move.
Yeah, I would say like your Weyland-Yutani gun would not have this, and the incinerator would not have it. But like Marine pulse rifles have some a little bit, and then like the smart gun for sure has a full-on IFF friend or foe tag, basically. And you collect yourselves and begin to move down the corridor, past the bloody streaks that leave off into different chambers of the walls. All of your stress goes up by 1. Both of you enjoy that.
Hey, did you say there was like a smoke canister type grenade and an additional?
Yes, it's a smoke grenade. You have smoke grenade and you have 3 standard grenades.
All right. Thanks. I give 2 of those standard grenades to Graves.
Let's see what you come across next. God, I'm fucking loving this. This is awesome. All right, next up, as you move down this corridor, are you guys moving with haste, or are we moving with stealth?
Graves.
Sorry. I
Stealth
assume...
might behoove us, but there's a time factor, isn't there?
Yeah.
Up to you.
I assume stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a stealth roll? Mobility, please.
Mine would be a 7 plus stress.
Mine would be 9 plus stress.
All right, I guess that's me then, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's you, Baring.
I'll try to assist him. Okay.
Sure. You get +1 to this roll, Dr. Baring.
Okay.
I love it. I fucking
It's bad. I rolled no successes, and I rolled a face hugger.
Okay. Roll on the panic table, please.
Yeah,
See how you do.
that's bad. Okay, that's fine. So I had 3 stress, but I rolled a 2, so I'm at
Okay.
5. So I've
So
kept it together, just no successes.
keep it together. Moving forward. Um, around the corner as you're moving in, there are like kind of like placards on the wall motioning you in this direction to the generator room. Also to the Obraza core as well. There's like arrows leading the same direction. The next thing you come to, off to your left, you can bypass this completely if you wish, but there is what appears to be an emergency isolation test chamber, a sealed glass chamber flickering with internal light. There appears to be an interface rig torn free during an early shutdown test that's kind of laying inside of the chamber. There also appear to be things like laid out on the table next to it.
We'd have to go in to see what these things are.
You could take a peek.
Yeah. It might give us a clue to what we have to face. Yeah, I think we should.
All right. Are you both entering?
Well, unless you keep the veto gaze, what do you think?
That's fine with me.
Okay. You take a moment to peek in. You both pass through the doors. And it's kind of like a sealed chamber, so the door opens for you. You have to just kind of like press your palm against the side, and it goes, and then it closes behind you. And there's like an almost airtight seal that's kind of degraded over time. But inside, you find what appear to be kill switch schematics laying out next to the detached rig. And they detail the exact methods of performing the task that Volkova instructed you.
Fortuitous. I'm going to explain what this is to Grace in case he doesn't pick it up right away, but just how this is exactly the method we need. And I guess materials we need or tools we need. So, and kind of gather that all up and just really kind of memorize as much as possible so we can be as swift as possible.
There's also a note at the bottom of the schematic.
Like a handwritten note?
Yeah, handwritten note, and it's written in red blood probably. It says if both nodes are not purged together, it will come back. There also is laying nearby in what looks like a hazardous case that looks like it's just laying on the ground, like somebody dropped it. Like a briefcase for transportation. You would know that this would be something that you would carry like samples or valuable items in.
Is it locked?
It looks like it was locked at some point, but the lock was broken.
Damn it, bro. You know I can't resist this.
You open it?
Yeah, I'll kind of punch down there and
Nudge it.
Might
Open it.
slam to the side a little bit, maybe kind of see if I can see what's inside it.
As you open it, you see there is what looks like a crystalline structure inside of here. The formation of it, you recognize this is like a piece of engineer tech. This is almost like a data crystal. It could have anything on it. Extremely valuable.
Oh, it's already in my hand. And
The corporation. Exactly. Maybe not to your immediate setting, but you kind of grab it and you place it in your pocket, and you guys.
We have time for this.
You go to move. You go to
just the tools I need to shut down the core, man. Let's go.
You go to back out of this room, and when you do, I need, depending on how you want to do this. Well, no. I'll just have you both make stamina rolls.
Okay.
You got 3 successes.
3 successes for Graves. Would you like to gift
Okay.
a success to Dr. Baring?
Sure.
Cool. Do I still roll?
Still roll. You just have a success.
I have 3 successes now.
Okay, well.
I
there you
rolled
go.
2. Yeah.
Okay. As you move to the door, it goes to open. It goes, in it, and it kind of like it tries to open and then it doesn't, and then you see that there are canisters above the door that begin to freezing cold liquid air begins to solidify as you are bathed in sub-zero temperatures very, very quickly. You both resist any of the initial damage, and with that, you're able to react quickly. How would you like to open this door? Or what are you going to do, I should say?
Can I open the door quickly?
I will say the door itself. So this is a glass room.
Oh, okay. I don't have a gun with a bullet anymore, though, but I mean,
I will, can I take the bolt gun? The V303 bolt
You
gun?
can.
Nice.
You got your bolt gun.
And, you know,
Give me a ranged combat roll, Graves, as you pull the bolt gun and you're going to push one through the door. The glass of the door, I should say.
that one's 3 successes as well, no fails.
All right. What's the damage on that?
3.
3 plus the successes? Or
Yep.
just 3 total?
3 plus successes.
Oh, shit. So 5.
Powerful.
All right.
You
I
know,
got to roll
short
for
range.
the armor of the door here.
It is armor piercing.
It is armor piercing, indeed. I remember that. Very quickly, Graves pulls out the bolt gun he had kind of like strapped to his thigh or wherever you had it, really. You pull out, boom! The glass explodes outwards, venting the gas. You're able to move out into the corridor and begin your trek further. And that was it. For that, quick and easy. All right. Then we get to some of the fun stuff. I'm rolling for this. You have 2 more things before you get to what you have coming. All right. The next corridor you come up to, the corridor you're in opens up to a large maintenance bay, where a collapsed overhead gantry, and you're starting to see these gantries above you, has crushed several crates, and there appears to be a long dead corpse pinned beneath it, partially like infused with like resin growth. You're gonna have to move past it, past the corpse and everything, to move deeper in the facility where you need to go.
we're just gonna do just that. I think that's a fine idea.
Yeah, we're gonna keep my gun
Right,
trained on
over
it,
there.
just in case.
Okay. As you move to past it, Baron, you have the highest observation.
Mm-hmm.
First off, you see 3 things next to the body. Immediately, like by what little bit of garb you see, it's kind of like bright fluorescent, kind of like uniform in a way. And you get the idea, judging by the smashed hard hat nearby, that this was probably some kind of station worker, maybe an engineer of some kind. Because laying next to him, scattered about, is a large toolbox that has heavy-duty tools in it.
Drake. I bet he's got a maintenance shack in that there.
I'm gonna
I'll probably
look.
a better tool to save Sarah. Yeah.
You kind of,
look
you
at
kind
Sarah
of,
tools.
you move
Sam.
over to it, and you find
We can't save Sarah.
two different things. The first thing you find is a torch, but it's not a normal torch. This, as you look at it, you're like, holy shit.
+1 torch.
Delgado has told you about this. This is a plasma torch. It's good for cutting. It's not good for welding. But it cuts fast as hell. It's a torch, and it does 3 damage in melee combat if you were to use it to like slice into somebody. However, it has a very limited power supply. It has a power supply of 1. So each time you use it, there's a chance that might be it. Then there is a diagnostic data pad that one might use to boost their Comtech experience.
I reach over Graves' shoulder. I'm like, is that what I think? That's what I need. That's the last tool I'll need to do this. And I'll reach down and pick it up.
All right, with that, let's see if I got that real quick. You do notice something strange about it. It has an encrypted message on it that you can decode easily enough. It's from Senior Systems Engineer Pavel Morozov. Operation Obraza Isolation Attempt. We initiated the isolation protocol at 0158. The plan was clean, cut Obraza off from external sensor input, shunt decision trees into the auxiliary buffer, then hard-lock the cognition loops from engineering. Volkova insisted it would hold, said the corruption was contained, behavior drift, not infection. She was wrong. 0204, the first anomalies appeared. Diagnostics flagged latency spikes in 3 combat synthetic units stationed in the engineering wing. At first, we assumed routine desync. Obraza heuristics resisting the sandbox, but the units began moving without command authorization. Security reported auditory feedback over the internal comms, overlapping voices, clipped phrases. One of the synthetics spoke their name it shouldn't have been capable of. When we engaged the isolation clamps, Obraza pushed back, not electronically, behaviorally. The synthetics didn't attack immediately. They repositioned blocked exits, disabled the blast shutters behind us. One unit reached into the open relay housing and physically severed the emergency kill line with its bare hands. When the first technician went down, his helmet cam showed the synthetic hesitating, tilting its head as if listening. Then it tore out its throat. We aborted the isolation at 0209. Too late. Obraza rerouted itself through the remaining uplinks faster than we could countermand. The synthetics moved in coordination. No radio traffic, no visible command hierarchy. They weren't receiving orders. They were agreeing. Ordered a full retreat from engineering. Only 3 of us made it back to the junction. The rest, I don't know. The blast were sealed behind us. But I could still hear the synthetics on the other side. Not pounding, not shouting. They were talking. Volkova is demanding another attempt. She says Obraza learned from this encounter and that the next time we can predict its response. If that's true, then it can as well. I am formally logging my objection. Obraza does not want to be isolated, and it has found hands willing to enforce that preference. End log. As you
We
go
need
over
to
that,
move.
you move into the next section. The next section, first off, you begin to hear voices now. You hear voices ahead. English speaking. Watch that tunnel. Over there. Stay sharp. We lost track of all the other teams nearby. You hear Marine orders echoing down the corridor. That's when you come to what looks like a recessed equipment bay that flickers to life as you begin to walk past motion sensors activating old systems. It's kind of like jarring because it was relatively dark. And as they illuminate what appears to be a functional P5000 style power loader, scarred but intact, its control rig hanging open.
If only one of us knew how to operate that, what a powerhouse we'd be.
I'm gonna get in it.
Are you really?
I want to.
It's loud as fuck, but you can.
I know, but I mean, it's alien, and I feel like I have to.
Move over to the power loader. That's when, okay, so I'll give you this. Baron, give me another observation roll.
Okay.
This is a important one. You do not want to fail this.
All right.
I do have a single point observation if I can help us.
Sure, you can give him a little help on this as you guys.
I'll have to re-roll a dice because I've already used them. That's been a good day.
Okay.
We're gonna push it.
Push the roll, Dr. Baring. Stress goes up by
yeah,
1.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna mark it, but out of the 13 dice I rolled, I got no 6s. Let me mark my stress. Oh, that's much better. 3 successes.
3 successes.
That's enough.
Dr.
Oh,
Baring.
wait, hold on. His assistants. 4 successes.
Okay.
Thank you, Graves.
I mean, that's quite a bit. As Graves is like, hold on. As you're kind of looking towards the power loader, you look down the hall, and that's when you see the small little tiny pinpricks of light moving like this, back and forth.
Like torches.
You stop.
I mean, like flashlights.
You stop, and then Dr. Baring, you look over, and you hear like a faint mechanical hum. And that's when you realize that there is a sentry gun guarding the only corridor access that you see from here, pointed out towards all of you.
Like at us right now.
It's pointing at you right now. You haven't entered into its threat. You either have not entered into its threat range, or with that many successes, it dawns on you, Dr. Baring, the two of you are wearing Marine uniforms that have friend or foe tags built into the armor itself, and the turret is reading you as friendlies.
I quietly whisper, share all this with Graves.
Now, they can be manually targeted on you, but right now, there's nothing.
They don't know we're here.
They're about to. No.
As Graves moves over towards the power loader, looking at it up and down. All right, we can make do with this. You step in, and it's already hooked up. Like, it looked like somebody was getting it ready, and then they just left it. Like it was already halfway powered up. You
Destiny.
Pull a couple cables out, strap the harness in. How many points in heavy machinery do you have?
4.
You only need 2 to operate this.
You
begin to type in relatively easily. It begins to hums as it clamps in, and you feel the weight of the machine. It's heavy, it's big. It gives you an additional +3 to your armor rating, and it gives you an additional +3 to close combat while wearing the loader. It also has a built-in blowtorch. Should you need to use that for some reason.
Blowtorch or flamethrower?
It's a
Blowtorch.
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 Plus, you look like a badass, bro.
So it's +3 to what?
+3 to your close combat rolls.
Okay.
And the size of your balls.
It's also capable of lifting like supremely heavy things.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So you get in, it powers up, and you hear the where as the yellow light begins to flicker, and as Graves begins to walk out. Dr. Bering, what are you doing?
One, I guess I'm gonna hold his gun. I've got the incinerator behind me, and I'm holding his gun because I know I don't want to lose that. But
you grab the storm rifle from him.
I'm gonna try to stay relatively close to it, like kind of
behind
it. Like
get behind it and use it as cover because you easily can.
Yes, that's exactly what you read my mind.
You shuttle in behind it as Graves begins to begin to walk down, and you hear like the fuck is that? As voices echo down the hall. As the two of you approach that corridor, you see the sentry gun comes into view, just moving back and forth, and it brushes past both of you. It doesn't lock on. You're gonna, as you walk past the gun itself, the chamber opens up to a much larger chamber, and hold please. What you see before you is the generator chamber. The air grows hot, thick with ozone and the sharp taint of overheated coolant. The sound becomes overwhelming, turbines groaning as they spin at partial load, warning klaxons chirping in frustrated bursts, systems repeatedly attempting to handshake with subsystems that refuse to answer. Inside the chamber, floodlights blaze. Colonial Marines are already here. A fire team has established a perimeter, weapons up, eyes darting constantly toward shadow at access points and overhead catwalks. At the center of it all looms the facility generator, a massive hybrid construct of UPP industrial design wrapped around alien engineer architecture, cables feeding in the smooth black surfaces that ripple faintly with internal light. At the base of the machine are two figures you recognize, Victor Delgado and Lila Ramirez, both being forced to work. Delgado's hand shaking as he interfaces with an open control panel, sweat streaking grime down his face. Ramirez stands beside him, jaw clenched, one Marine's rifle pressed firmly between her shoulder blades. Tools and a data pad scattered across the floor, thrown down in a hurry next to them. Power stabilizers now, or I swear! And he says, "The fuck is that?" as he turns. Delgado doesn't appear to look back. He just keeps working because he knows if this generator fully comes online, everything else does too. The rest of the fire team spread out and turn. One of them on the catwalk turns like, "We got contacts!" And that's where we're going to leave Graves and Dr. Bering as we flip over to our other team. And we're going to see what's going on with R&D real quick. All right. So, R&D. We have our other team. Dawson, Sweetman, Dr. Salvatore, moving down the research and development corridor. I'm assuming the good captain is taking the lead here with the storm rifle at the ready. As you move down, you hear the development wing opens up wider than engineering, quieter than the habitat levels, and infinitely more wrong. The air begins to change immediately. It's colder here, but thick, charged with ozone, antiseptic rot, and faintly sweet chemical smell that crawls into your sinuses and won't leave. Emergency lighting paints the corridor in alternating bands of red and sickly white. Strobes of illumination revealing walls that were once clean composite steel, now half swallowed by milky white resin, different from the black stuff that you've been walking through previously. This isn't the black tar-like growth you've seen elsewhere. This resin is pale, almost translucent, veined with soft internal motion, slow contractions, like a massive organism breathing just beneath the surface. In places, it is crystallized into bulbous nodules. In others, it stretches into fibrous webs that bind equipment, cables, and bodies into the walls themselves. Lab benches sag under the weight of it, instruments fused into the growth as if they were always meant to be part of it. You pass the first glass-walled lab module. Inside, Volkova's work, still visible, but only in fragments, whiteboards layered with equations about neural signal harmonics and synthetic cognition have been violently overwritten, new symbols etched directly into the surface as angular and brutal, deep scored exposed to the metal beneath. Data terminals are still powered, screens flickering between corrupted schematics of neuro-interface program and distorted imagery that looks less like code and more like anatomy. It appears that Zhukov wasn't quite using Volkova's research. He was redefining it, repurposing it. There are neural interface chairs that line one chamber to your left. Their restraint arms bent and elongated, wrapped into this proto-hive resin-like skeletal fingers. Some chairs still hold remains, organic shapes merged seamlessly with cabling and alloy, skulls cracked open and reinforced with synthetic lattice. A few are empty, the restraints torn outwards, resin stretched and snapped, as if whatever was inside stood up and walked away. The floor beneath your boots isn't reliable anymore. The sheets of resin coat the decking, opaque enough to hide depth, soft enough to flex when you step on it. And everything becomes slightly erratic. Any of your lights begin to flicker, not because anything is moving, but because too much is moving in the vicinity. Embedded in walls, ceilings, even hanging freely in the air are translucent stands of living proto-hive nodes. They pulse faintly, reacting to sound, heat, and even your proximity. Some resemble swollen cocoons. Others look like clusters of translucent tendrils wrapped around something solid. Tools, helmets, chunks of bulkhead. There's a sudden vibration. They all kind of like pulse. You hear distant gunfire rippling through the resin. Several nodes twitch in response, inner light brightening as if waking up. One detaches somewhere above in a wet sound and drops out of sight, followed by a muffled detonation and a scream cut short down the corridor. That's when you see that there are marine presences. You see boot prints cutting through the resin in front of you on the floor, partially melted where something has splashed and eaten into the deck. Spent casings crunch underfoot, barricades overturned, lab tables and portable shield emitters mark clear junctions. Red chem lights and IFF beacons blinking steadily, signs of Captain Caro's team forcing a path forward. You hear them before you can see them. Disciplined bursts of pulse rifle fire, shouted sector calls, sharp cracks of shotguns at close range, a combat drone humming, spotlight carving through hanging resin strands while targeting lasers dance nervously across the walls. Whatever they're fighting isn't standard by the screams and cries. And that's when we roll our first thing.
I'm sorry I missed all that. Can you repeat it?
I'm not repeating any of it. Enjoy. I guess you'll have to listen to it on the feedback. How dare you?
Hilarious.
But the three of you are moving and you kind of like stop. You can hear the firefights coming up ahead. You hear static in your ear. Volkova over the comms. I have them bogged down for now. Move quickly and carefully. I'm not exactly sure where you're located. I've lost all visuals within the R&D station. The only thing I was able to track them on was heat sensors. Most of the things in there do not generate heat. If you move to your right, you should find an access corridor that should circumvent some of the barricades that I've placed for the Marine encampment. Move now.
gotta start moving.
Moving quickly and quietly.
As you begin to move into the corridor, I need somebody to give me a survival roll. This is an important one.
I have a 10 plus 2 stress for survival. If
That
that's
is
cool with everybody.
For it, Sandy.
Yeah. Anybody want to throw an assist?
I can assist.
If anybody has a point in survival, they may assist you.
I can assist.
Okay,
You can
get a
assist.
point from
I don't have a point, so
Dr. Salvatore.
Here we go. 1 success.
1 success. Okay,
Yeah.
Sweetman. So this whole right now, what you're trapezing through is concerning. This is terrifying. All of your stress goes up by 1, by the way, the 3 of you. Enjoy that, but just because of the unsettling surroundings that you're in. The incoming firefight you hear, the sounds of like death and mayhem being racked on heavily armed Marine contingent ahead of you. You take this corridor, and as you pass around a corner, Sandy's, the hair pricks up on the back of your neck, and you motion everyone to just be quiet and stop. Dawson, you kind of peek around the corner, and you see clusters of pale, balloon-like sacs clinging to the ceiling and upper walls, suspended by translucent tendrils. As you, because Sandy had you stop, you see as you turn the corner, the one closest to you begins to quiver. And then you take a step back and it stops. You're going to have to pass through this corridor to move forward. Sandy stopped you from who knows what. But you still have to get
Maybe
through.
we drop a dragon round on one of these, huh? What do you think, Dawson?
I don't know what those do.
The dragon rounds?
Yeah, are they
They
incendiary?
have fire.
Yeah, incendiary. You also have a flamethrower, Dawson, on the
Yeah.
underside
I
of the storm.
I say we light them up.
If that's what you guys want to do.
How far away was the contacts that we're
They're
moving away from?
You're not sure how far. Everything's kind of echoing strangely in here. You get the idea that
Yeah,
they're
the
in a
walls are all
firefight.
smooth and angles that don't work, so the acoustics are going to be.
Shit is getting weird in
Yeah.
here. Any UPP structure that was built in here is just covered in this weird milky proto-hive resin.
And these little sacs, she said that they respond to heat. So everything in here responds to heat. As in, like, our body.
Well,
but it does
you're
not
not
seem to
sure.
be responding to noise.
You're not sure. You'll have to find out.
It freaked out when we got close to it.
You need to light it
But
up.
there's a bunch of
Yeah.
racket happening all around us right now, right?
Yeah,
And it's not responding.
I feel like we're gonna exterminate.
So
Excellent.
you're going to attempt to use the flamethrower.
Yes, and then if we die, we die.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a round in my pistol that I will use on myself.
Okay.
Could we not sneak around these and use the flamethrower as...
You see that
We
where
can't
they're
sneak.
hanging, you could crouch down and you
Yeah.
could possibly move beneath them under the corridor and get past.
Anthony?
We're relying on Sandy's sneak ability.
Well, then just have him hold it above his head.
It's up to you. The choice is yours. What you're going to do.
I
You're
don't
not
want-
sure what will happen if one of these bursts. You're unsure.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty good
we can-
idea.
If we can assist Sandy sneak, then we can sneak.
Yeah, you guys
I
can
mean,
aid
let's-
him.
It's probably
And
filled with like
that's-
popcorn. I don't know what you guys are so weird
That's
about.
under the agility, right?
It's under agility, yes.
Okay.
Plus
And I
he has,
get
he has some
one
stress.
one help, right?
Get the
All right,
stone
two
this-
help.
You'll get two. You'll get 2 help from
Two
Dawson
helps?
and Salvatore trying
All
to sneak
Here's
you
2
in.
helps. Here we go.
Now, before we do this.
Oh, wait. No. Okay, go ahead.
Before we do this,
The die have been cast.
they can help you.
Uh-huh.
However, both of you still have to make rolls for this. This is
okay.
This is an everybody check. But
All right.
but you can help Sandy just because however, I'll do this.
I
with
got a
caveat.
1 success, but a face
Other-
hugger, so I have to roll my
Just like
panic.
hands.
Okay, so a caveat to this: since you guys helped him, both of you will be -1 dice for this.
Damn it.
Oh wow, that's rude.
2.
And what are we rolling again? Sorry.
Mobility.
Mobility. Okay, great.
So
I've got to
I got-
roll for panic.
roll for
I-
panic.
I got
Sweet.
2 successes, and then
Successes.
I didn't have any
Awesome.
stress.
How about Dr.
Keeping
Salvatore?
it together.
Ooh.
Do you have
But
any
my stress does
successes?
go up by 1, correct?
Ooh.
It does. One point. Sweet.
Jesus. Do. So that and that. Alright. So I did not fail my panic roll and I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay. You panicked as well though?
I did not panic. I
No,
failed
no,
a
like,
stress roll, but
you
I did
failed
not
stress. Okay.
failed a stress, did not panic.
So your stress is going to go up by 1, Dr. Salvatore, because you failed 1 just to do that. But you both you and Sandy both kept it together.
Yeah.
Dawson's taking point. You see as you crouch down, the things begin to quiver. As you get closer, they vibrate with more frequency, and it's it's almost like a gelatinous sack. And you see there's like
The loogie.
movement inside the sack. It doesn't look like it's empty. There's movement inside. It looks more like a womb than it does a balloon, if that makes sense. Like there's things poking inside of it, moving around. As both of you crawl down, Dawson's moving quickly. Just bear crawling underneath, gun in hand, just kind of like focused ahead. Both Sweetman and Dr. Salvatore, as you're moving, one of them begins to like move and quiver, and as it does, you watch as it begins to like droop right as Dr. Salvatore crawls past, and Sweetman, you haven't crawled past it yet. It droops slightly and begins to shake violently. The two of you hold your breath, and that was when your panic went up. And then it begins to suck itself slowly back up to the roof, and you and then crawl the way through the corridor, ending up behind
Nice.
Jack Dawson,
Nice.
uninhibited. That brings us to our next section, as you make it to... You guys are lucky as fuck, okay? I need one of you to give me an observation roll, though, to even see this.
All right.
You want to, so you're going to need 2 successes for this.
Should I assist him with his observation?
Do you have observation?
I do.
Then yes. You get a
Mike,
+1 to
you
this.
You get 1 assist. All right, we're rolling 15 dice, so
Damn!
Damn.
1 success.
You needed 2, Sweetman! You needed 2!
Can I pump it with my story point?
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to push it now.
Okay, push it. Push that
Stress
way.
goes up by 1.
It does. Okay, so it's +1 stress roll. 4 successes, but a face hugger.
That's
Okay. Panic.
Roll
Keeping
for
it
panic.
together.
We'll see. You keep it together. Okay.
Yep.
With 4
So now My
successes.
stress is high though.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to go up. It's not going to go up again from that. That was
Oh,
just
okay.
for this. Now, if you would have freaked out, then something else would have happened. But you didn't.
Alright.
You see as some of the hive material. You notice a section, and kind of like Dr. Salvatore, probably how she helped. She kind of like her shoulder probably brushes up against some of the wall where it like closes in, like you're having to move single file in this part of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
And as it like gets caught on her shoulder, it like adheres and kind of rips away for a moment,
Yeah.
revealing a door. And you see on it emergency containment personnel only.
Point out the door to Jack and Doc.
You're like, I got something here.
Yeah.
Move over to the door. The door is firmly locked, but there is a keypad that can be broken into with a Comtech roll.
Comtech roll.
Yeah. You good at that, huh, Jack?
I am.
I can assist with. I've got a point in contact, so I can give you a alley-oop.
He gives you some pointers. He's whispering over your ear.
Alley-oop.
Since it's a security-related matter, you know.
Just 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. The door, you begin to. It's the power's fluctuating. Strangely enough, due to the fact that the power is not completely taken offline yet by Graves and Dr. Bering, because I rolled for it, you still have temporary power to this door for now. The door, it stutters. It goes, and stops in the. It's loud, but it opens, revealing what looks like a sealed security alcove that is untouched by any of the hive material. And what you see is hanging in the alcove are 4 armored carapace suits fitted with like a rebreather helm. And there's other things inside should you choose to enter the alcove.
Yeah.
It's just big enough to like barely kind of shove yourselves in here. These are very interesting. Let me get you the stats for them real quick.
What are they called?
So this is an experimental body armor, and something that Weyland-Yutani has perfected, but this is kind of an earlier version, but it functions the same way. This is known as an ape suit.
All right.
So what this does is, let me pull it up real quick. All right, ape suit has an armor rating of 3, and it has an air supply of 4. And it gives you a +3 to your survival rolls. In addition to that, these things, so basically it is armored compression garb designed for combat and animal control under adverse environmental conditions.
Weyland-Yutani ape suit?
It is. It's a Weyland-Yutani ape suit. The helmet produces protective eyewear and a mask to protect the wearer's face. The suit is commonly worn by like security commandos, and it is also, the armor is treated in such a way that it is acid resistant.
Comes with its own air supply.
It does. Comes with a air supply of 4. In addition to that, you find, hold please, lying in this room, there are 3 canisters. They kind of look like smoke grenades. There's hazard labels on the outside. And Dr. Salvatore, you would recognize this as nerve gas.
That's why these ape suits are going to be helpful.
And
With the
there is a heavy incinerator unit.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
I'm gonna hand that over to Jack. And the nerve gas. I'm gonna give each of us a nerve gas canister.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to put these suits on?
Yes.
I'm putting a suit on.
Yes. Everybody's like, fuck it. Put this suit on, strapped
Especially since
up.
I didn't have a vest.
air supply clicks into place. The helmet clicks in. They're old and stale, but you feel a little more secure with something on you. As you guys all click in and get that ready, move into the next section. My God, you guys are lucky as fuck, man.
Yeah,
All right, you move out of here, and then the corridor begins to open up more. And there's only one more section after this, and you've been finding like the best shit. Maybe we'll see how you do.
Yeah.
You as you're stepping, whoever's leading, I'm assuming Jack's leading. Do you have the heavy
Jack's
incinerator out?
Yes.
Getting ready. Just ready.
The heavy
Your
flamer.
boots crunch on shattered glass. You crunch, and then you look to your side, and you see that there is a lab of some kind. Glass has been shattered out, so you can just see straight inside. However, most of it's been covered in like resin and other strange things like that. However, mounted on the wall in a restraint cradle is a pristine weapon of some kind in like a hazard case. There are like hazard labels and different signs marked all around it.
Can we see what it is?
Do you want to walk into the lab?
Is this where we need to be to complete our objective?
Not necessarily, but there's something in there if you want to check it out.
That seems like a sauna thing. She was a doctor.
Sana has seen some shit. She wants to get Sam and get out.
All right.
If you really want us to go in so that you can
That's up to
expose
you.
something you built.
That's up to you. You guys do whatever you want to do. If you don't want this, that's up to you.
Okay,
All right.
okay, fine.
I mean, we're kitted out, I think. So
Yeah.
You take a
Stop.
step. Who's first in?
Awesome.
I mean, Jack will go in if
Take a few steps in with the heavy incinerator,
yes.
looking around, kind of like the overturned lab equipment. Everything's just destroyed in here. It looks like a bomb went off. The proto-hive growth stops around the area where this thing is. You move over to it, and it is in fact like a weapons case, and there is what looks like a pistol, but not quite. It's got strange configuration to it, and Dr. Salvatore would recognize this as a injection air pistol.
Ooh. All right. Yoink.
You move over to it, the case opens, and in the case itself, there are 6 capsules of what looks like some kind of, it's not a dart. There's some kind of fluid, aerosol, probably, inside these capsules. It looks like they can be fired out of the pistol. You're not sure what they are or what they do. But as you look at them and you pull them out, as you pull it out, I'll just give this to you. There's a broken capsule nearby. And as you open the case, a drop of it hits onto some of the hive material. And the hive material immediately turns black and rots and coils away.
Who has the best range?
It looks like this is some kind of nerve agent. Extremely hazardous. These pistols are, they can be shot at close range, but they're actually designed for like a manual injection.
Oh, okay. So close combat. Yes. I'll take it.
They can also be shot, though. It's just not as good. In addition to that, God, I'm rolling good for these for you. Shit. There are 6 more capsules. However, these are very clearly labeled with the words QTC condensed. Jack, you would know QTC is the most explosive, flammable substance known to mankind in this setting. It is the equivalent of like nuclear napalm. And even a small vial like this, even a small vial could like take out like an APC. Like it could just destroy an armored vehicle. The blast on this is intense, and the resulting fire cannot be put out by any means. They've even known that this fire, once it adheres, they have submerged things in water and it will still burn for hours until it finally burns away its material.
Thank you for gifting this to me, Anthony. I don't see how this could go wrong.
No, not at all.
Sonic can have that.
That's hilarious.
An air injection pistol. I can get you the stats for it real quick.
Yeah,
it actually does have stats.
I'll hand my grenade off to someone else.
The Bionational TX9 chemical and biological injection air pistol has a +1 bonus, damage 1. This one is modified to be at close range, and it delivers toxins and or other things through its very malleable ammo, which you have 2 different sets. Now,
forward to the close
range. you have limited amounts of those. You have 6 shots of each, and that's it. There is no reloads. There's no nothing. These aren't like normal weapons. It's a one-off. Each shot's a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
That will then lead us into. Let's see what your final encounter is for this. One of my favorites. Might be my favorite, actually. After passing by this, you move, and the sound of the firefight is getting more distant and more muffled. And you're moving in the direction that Valkova showed you on the map. And she says, Yes, I saw you on one of the heat sensors. Move that way. Continue forward. And as you move, the corridor widens into a test bay smeared with resin trails. I need one of you to give me a observation roll.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Observation. Let's roll these dice. Hey, 5 successes with a facehugger. So let's see if I panic.
Okay.
Keeping it together.
5 successes, dear Lord. Okay. Sweetman, there's reason for that. As you move into this corridor, it's big and kind of open, and you see that there's the marking across this test bay is marked with the Obraza like core symbols. And what you see is, as you're looking, you begin to see, with 4 successes, you see movement. You see a mound off to your right, as you guys are kind of like walking into the room, moving forward. You look over and you clock it, and the mound begins to move. It's large. Large, very large.
Oh, good.
As it moves, you watch as what looks like this is like a large, low-slung organism, armored with many almost octopus-like legs, like tendrils, that begin to it thinks it's moving very slowly. As it begins to stretch out across the floor and begins to very affectionately kind of shuffle itself in the three of you direction. It looks similar to all the proto-hive material, but you notice that it doesn't have like eyes or anything. It's just moving. And it's this mass, this huge mass, this circular mass with all of these legs moving and gripping. You see at the end of each tendril are like hooked barbs on the end of each one as it begins to slowly suction itself into the floor and move towards you. And you see it. It's at medium range. Are you going to do anything, Sweetman?
Oh my god. I'm gonna get Jack's attention, Sana's attention. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a dragon round into it.
Okay. You raise the shotgun. As soon as you raise the shotgun and you rack it,
Uh-huh.
the thing, and it doesn't make any sound, but when it raises up, you see underneath it
Uh-huh.
is just like this horrific maw of just like teeth around the edge, and there are little sucker-like tendrils that begin to pull out of its central mass and are kind of writhing around as its
lovely.
larger legs propel it forward. And I feel like that's a good point for us to end
Son
this
of a bitch.
episode right there,
Son of a...
as we're entering into combat initiatives with both of our fire teams, and we'll see what
Oh. I mean, I knew that's what you were gonna do, but you did it, and so I can still call you an SOB for it.
Exactly.
I knew that's what you were gonna do.
So,
I mean, not the details, but the sentiment.
whew, it's getting intense in here. All right, well, let's do favorite moments of the night. You know, let's kick it off with Corporal Grace.
I didn't get to explore it too much because of, fortunately, timing. Grave situational. But I was excited to hear about Valkova talking about engineering design. She kind of like threw it in there a couple times. It's like, you should know what this is. Engineer.
Exactly.
It's just like, I was like, the player probably wouldn't know, but
She just assumes that you guys know what she's talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I wanted to question her more, but I felt like the time wouldn't allow us to delve deep into her engineering research. But I did enjoy the nod there.
Indeed. Let's slide on down to Marshall Sweetman. Favorite moment of the night, sir?
I love how you so generously, graciously, gift us all of these resources. Made sure that we got all our health, that we were well rested, because you want to see us succeed. You don't harbor ill intent towards killing any of us at all. We shall all survive. None shall die. And it'll be
not a single soul.
Rainbows and potpourri. What I will say, like my favorite moment was bravo to you for the depth of detail with which you drew these images for us, because it was really intense imagery, and that ratchets up the tension. I could visualize everything as you were describing it, and it really did kind of make for a lot of holy shit moments. So bravo to that. And yeah, I like having a lot of things that blow up. Got some good toys. So we'll see if we get to play with them.
Indeed, we do. Had some really lucky rolls on that, because I have like an encounter system for both sections, and you guys came up aces on a few of them, so that's good. Dr. Barron, favorite moments of the night?
Oh, so many, man. I mean, I like, like Dan said, just the other descriptions, everything. It was just so intense. It's one of my favorite universes out there. Just really terrifying. Grace has like the remember you bitch. But my most favorite moment was when you decided, you know what? I'm not gonna let them be one party together. I'm gonna force them to separate. That was I don't know who's gonna die, but I know someone is. Um, yeah, man, it was just
Told
such a
you
good
to.
session. Such a good
I
session.
said I did
Everyone
tell you
better than
that.
the last.
I did tell you that the clock was ticking, and
You did. You did.
we ran out of time,
I'm
unfortunately.
also I'm excited that I did get some of that lattice, that matrix. To see, I don't know. I'm just curious to see what that could be worth to the company. Like, do
Yeah,
I get a
exactly.
governorship? Am I gonna have a whole
Who
sector
knows?
that's mine? I mean, who knows?
We'll see what you can recover. Let's see what the rest of the crew uncovers too. There might be some other stuff in the R&D ween you guys can get. Dr. Salvatore, favorite moments of the night.
All of it, same thing. The gifts, the different weapons, the armor, the healing, the reduced stress, as well as all of the descriptions are very nice, especially for building tension. And I really like how we got quite a bit of non-answer from the good doctor who I think I know how this is going to end and it's going to be very tragic, but it's I'm excited to see how it actually ends up coming together.
Indeed, indeed. Captain Dawson, favorite moments of the night?
I like my heavy flamer.
Of course you do.
It brings me
The heavy
brings me
incinerator.
great joy. But the favorite moment will probably be the silent, acknowledging head nod between Jack and Drake
Mm.
before they, no words need to be said to each other.
No words need to be said. They've been through so much together.
It's true.
It's true.
Last
can't
time we might
quit
see
you.
each other,
That might be the last time you see each other. Indeed, indeed. Well, hopefully not, but you never know, really. Regardless, though, if I had a favorite moment, I'm just really enjoying the atmosphere that I finally got to reveal. I've been working on this part of the game for a long time. This is kind of what I started with before I developed the rest of it. So I've been trying to lead everyone to this moment at some point. I figured you guys would get here eventually. I hoped at least. I hoped at least. So thank God it wasn't wasted. Thank God. All right. But thank you guys very much for watching if you've made it this far. Do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the lovable Dan Decker. I've got links in the description of the video to all of his social media kind of things. Make sure to check that out. Also, leave us a comment in the comment section. We love to read them. Thank you guys for sticking with us, especially if you've made it all the way to the end. And I hope that the rest of you enjoyed the game so far, because I know I did. Hopefully the rest of them did as well. So with that, unfortunately, that's going to be it for the night. I'm Jumbo Thick. This has been the Echoes of Titans, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good day.